Rocket League is a really complicated game. There are a lot of variables, there are a lot of moving parts. I mean, you're quite literally doing basically rocket science just to, get this car to fly in the air and do it exactly what you want it to do. But just because this game in essence is complicated does not mean we can't take a simple approach to it. If we can find a way to dumb down the game, you're going to see your efficiency skyrocket. Now, the replay we're analyzing today was sent in by Pixel Perfect in the Discord, and I believe this is his father's gameplay, who is roughly Gold 3 to Plat 1. So Who is Root is who we're going to be looking at. And that's going to be my focus on this gameplay, and then this replay, is how can we just dumb the game down a little bit? Make it as simple as possible to maximize our efficiency. Because once we truly get into that mindset of just keeping the game simple, you're going to see so many little things that you used to do just, improve greatly. So the first thing is, I don't really care what people do for their kickoffs as second man or first man, right? If you're going to do something, though, we should do it in the correct fashion. So he does decide to do the kind of sit in net and wait to see what happens strategy. Totally fine. This is a totally viable strategy at Gold 3, Plat 1. We're just going to wait and see where this ball goes. If it goes this way, we basically should go get this boost. And if it goes this way, we should go get this boost. And then attack, defend, or play the wall as we see what happens as the play develops, right? So that's exactly what we see. The ball goes to this side of the field. We should be getting this corner boost immediately. We should not delay getting the corner boost. We should get this boost immediately and then make a play. Simple mechanical issue here, right? And there's not much you can do about mechanics besides just grinding the game, playing the game more and more and more. Playing time in free play, just hitting the ball really hard and just getting that feel at super fast speeds, super slow speeds, mixing it up a little bit. Not much I can say about that in this replay. A whiff is a whiff. It happens. Good plays here. And now we have a great view here of trying to see, we have the whole field here, and we should be in a retreating mindset. We don't have any boost. It's time to retreat, get boost, and rotate around depending on where this ball is at, right? If this ball is kind of going upfield on us and we get this boost, we could just be in shadow defense and protecting our net. If this ball is going this way and going upfield, we get this boost and we turn towards the midfield, and we're going to get ready to have a counter attack or support our teammate however we can, right? So we kind of miss the boost here, and we end up going all the way back, and now we just have no boost. Eventually we find boost. So I think just maximizing our efficiency with getting boost, right? We should have had boost here. If you want to help yourself, line up the boost if that's a problem. Going out of ball cam, lining up your car, and then start driving towards it, and then go back into ball cam so that we can see what's going on. And then just keep driving until you see yourself hit the boost, and then you can turn, right? So that way, we line up, we know we're going to hit the boost, and we can still keep an eye on the play and see what happens, right? So we finally get boost. We have a lot of time here, and I am definitely okay with this play, right? A lot of people are going to dribble this, and that's fine, but blasting this off the back wall is also not a bad play. The aerial is a little suspect. In general, you hit the brakes almost too much, and then your car is actually angled backwards. So now we're fighting the momentum. Our momentum initially was going forward, but as you tilt your car back, you're actually forcing the car backwards. So now we've basically canceled out all our momentum, and you're just going to stay in this midfield position here. So you did a good job of having your momentum going forward to start this aerial, but the way your car was positioned and throughout the aerial counteracted it. Also, we probably don't need to jump this soon. We could probably actually just drive forward and then jump here, if that is something we need to do, right? We're probably going to have Sappy Cactus hit this to the side, so maybe driving forward. If he whiffs, then we aerial and score it. If not, maybe we just watch them play it to the side, and then we can wrap around and either attack this or retreat depending on what happens. So that's just, making the game simple. We don't gotta go for these crazy, it's okay to practice those. You need to practice those. I mean, that's how you get better at the game. But it didn't work out in this scenario. And again, we need boost, right? We had a great opportunity here. Like, we can't go for this ball. We are directly underneath it. I would not even think about going for this ball. It's time to get out of ball cam and then find boost. Probably the middle boost here on the right side, or on this left side of the field. And then turn around and go for this, right? If we're more active with going to get boost here, right here we should be out of ball cam, get boost. Line up with boost, and then we should have boost by now because we should be flipping, we should get there fast. And then we realize, there's an opportunity. We probably aren't going to get to it in time based on, if we have boost or not, because we're just a lot farther back. But then we know for sure not to go for this, and we're in a shadow defense to protect this goal. So, very, very little thing there. Good kickoff from your teammate. Gotta retreat. And you do a good job here. I mean, this is really, really good, okay? You're not rushing it, you're not trying to, cut this ball off, because if we try to cut this ball off like this, your only hit is going to be hitting this ball to the middle or back up field right to the guy, right? And that's not what we want to do. So that's a great play. Just let this ball keep coming to you. This is where you want it. Obviously, you could try to get to this boost, use a little bit of this 45 and try to get there, and then take the ball and follow it around. But there's also nothing wrong with just getting little boost pads and then meeting this on the back wall and doing the same thing, right? Both are equivalent. So I like it. We're being patient, and then we strike as soon as we suck in the defense or the offense into our corner. No boost, so if we're ever low boost like this, it's time to, we make our play, we don't have boost, just do this. Just get out of here, get some little boost pads, and rotate back post, right? It's very tempting to keep going for this ball, but, in twos, people are going to probably follow up a lot, and you don't want to be out of position constantly with zero boost as people are just blasting the ball by you. So I like, you have the right mindset, ball over boost, right? We want to go for the ball a lot, but we also need boost at some point to eventually, clear this ball and have some offense come. But yep, get that boost. Just missed it. And then this angle of attack is wrong too, right? At this point, we're zero boost. We know this guy's taking a shot here. We need to be in a different position. We need to be, we see he's taking the shot. We need to turn, and we need to get right onto this goal line. If we can get onto this goal line, we can make last second saves based on where he's shooting at, right? If we do your pathing where we take it to them, we're actually not protecting any of the net by moving forward and trying to block, because they have the entire left side of this net to attack based on your angle, right? So we want to be careful with that. In general, trying to go back and get on that goal line is the last, it gives you the most amount of time to actually be ready to save this ball. Realistically though, zero boost, it's gonna be a tough save no matter what, but that's the more appropriate play if we know they're gonna take a shot. It looks like just a miss up on the kickoff, not much there, but we do need to have a little bit more urgency of getting back, right? We have 100 boost. Let's boost a little. And get to our spot. Let's boost, get to this back post, and then get ready to help our teammate. We can't assume that our teammate's going to win this 2v1, right? We can't assume he's going to win this, and then we can just scoop around and go, right? We got to get into a position to actually help on defense. So we don't use any of our boost, try to conserve it too much, and then we're nowhere to be found for offense or on defense, right? So there's a little bit more urgency there, more intentional. I would say more intentional on where you're trying to get your car. You're trying to get to a certain spot all the time. Good kickoff here. We delay going for it, but it's basically a cheat. It's a very delayed cheat, but we read it really well. Our guy with 0 boost is kind of behind the ball, so we only have to really beat him. But this guy is way deeper than us. If we can get the supersonic, we're going to get to this ball much faster. So great heads up play here. Getting past him. And then just miss this ball. This goal here. And I would say if we ever want to hit the ball straight forward, just straight line drive, you need to focus on getting this nose your car on the middle portion of this ball, right? If you can smack the ball right in the middle with the nose of this car, it's going to go straight. What we do is we kind of get underneath it a little bit too much, and then we hit it with like the hood of our car, and that's what pops it up. So that's how to help correct that. I would say in free play, really practice as you're going to hit the ball hard, hitting it with your nose and front flipping, you know, directly in that middle of the ball. You're going to see the power, you're going to see the line drive shots you can get from it. And again, just, you know, get out of ball cam, find this boost more efficiently. Let's get back into the play. So we're good. Like, this is great positioning, realistically, for a gold to plat player. You know, our teammates in their corner, they're both in their corner. There's really, if you go for this, all they're going to do is play it past you. So you might as well sit deep and slowly make your approach and try to get past them with a 50 or something as they, you know, make their move. So that was very good. Try to play it middle. Doesn't quite work out. Good, much better, intentional. Get back to their spots. Rotate through the net. I love it. Don't really need to go to this corner though, right? We can just go up the middle of the field. This is very good. We want to play through the net. So we intentionally come out of the net, and then I would say coming up this way is better. Hitting boost pads as we go for those options, but just playing up this way, so that way when they hit it off the back wall, we are there, and we're in a better spot to play this side of the field and this side of the field, depending on where the ball goes, right? If we get too far to one side, we have a whole side of the field that's just open for clears. So you finally get to that position, which is good. Your teammate kind of double commits, but that's fine. Good challenge, good 50. Teammate comes around, and then he misses an open net as well. And then this is where we need to be getting boost, right? We make our play. Time to get boost. Time to get boost. Go get this middle boost here on our left. Get this middle boost. But we don't. We kind of come around with 0 boost. And you're right. We want to play ball over boost. But if we have no boost, there's no play if the ball is far away from us. So ball over boost kind of comes into account when you're right on the ball. You don't leave the ball to go get boost. But if you don't have the ball to begin with, it's time to start thinking about getting boost and get into a position where the ball will come to you. We also don't want to rotate up the same side of the field as the ball, right? So we're rotating up the strong side of the field. We're rotating up the side of the field where the ball is coming. The ball is going, right? Realistically, if we're going up this side of the field, we are constantly chasing the ball, and we're never actually going to get to it before it gets towards our net. If we rotate up the middle of the field and come up the weak side, we'll actually cut the ball off, and that gives us opportunities to save it. So just be wary. You also don't find boost if you're riding up the side of the field. We need to get into the little boost paths, lanes that have all those little boost pads. Blah, 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 blah. Stuttering. Get those little boost pads and just get more boost efficiently. Obviously, we find 100 boosts, but you know, over time, that's not going to be a viable strategy. Good challenge from your teammate. Creeping up. Good try putting that to the middle. Good pressure. And then, like, let's get into a little boost path lane. We should be getting into these lanes. We should be having 4 or 5 little boost paths as we rotate back, not 2, right? Good play, though. Get that big boost. Let's rotate around. As we kind of come around here, we got to recognize how much time we have, right? As we get on this wall, we can clearly see the field, and we don't see any blue defenders kind of rushing in. By now, we would see a blue defender kind of running in at an angle here, or unless they come off somewhere crazy over here. Like, we can kind of see what's going to happen. As we come around the corner, we realize, especially as we get to this point, sorry, I thought I heard something. that there's no blue defenders. So we can actually just dribble this ball to the side and keep it safe, right? But we kind of rush it. Jump a little too early. Here we go. Great. Good speed. I don't like this turn. I mean, let's get out of their net, right? Your teammate has a great goal there, though. You know, we gotta get into like the flow of make a play, do a pass, do something, and then get out. So in that position, instead of sitting in their net, you should have been getting out, right? And oh, like if you ever lose a kickoff, you should immediately be getting back to net to try and help, right? We don't take the time to go all the way this way for boost. If anything, at least this boost, this is the most I would do. Definitely not this way. More like 80-90% of the time, I'm rotating back post and trying to help my teammate here. Especially when we lose the kickoff pretty hard, right? We just don't have time to go get that boost. And then you ended up missing it. So, I mean, that happens. Like, I'm not expecting, like, SSL level, you know, gameplay or anything, right? But these are just the small mistakes I see as we're, you know, that a lot of golds and plats make. And this is another big one. We're trying to make up time because we're low on boost by flipping. But flipping's a big commitment because your car is out of your control during that entire flip. And as you see, we flipped when we're too close to the ball. Now we've traveled so far up the field, we're going to land here and we're going to completely just miss this ball. And this ball is just going to rotate by us. Instead, we should have boost by now because of getting low boost pads or a big boost pad. And we should just be able to drive into this ball and then have an attack onto this net. But a little bit unfortunate. Get the boost and then rotate out. And your teammate has a really good play here that it's something you should definitely practice while you're in free play, right? Is this little tap and shot, right? There's no shot here that he has if you were just to flip into it and try to put it on net, right? So what does reserve, spelled backwards, do? He takes a little tap, puts this ball in a spot where he does have a shot attempt, and then jumps up and flips into it. Like, this is something I still do at Champ 2, Champ 3 in 2s. Is these little adjustments, little first touches that put the ball back into a spot where we can actually score, and then you just play it past everybody. So it's little plays like that, you know. We don't have to shoot it every time, you know. Sometimes we can make the situation or make the play work for us. Here we go. A little bit rushed, right? You can tell that you sometimes are uncomfortable with how your car is, especially at high speeds. So just free play more, free play and play more. That's all you can really do. You know, miss the boost pad in the corner, so you just don't have enough boost to actually save this. And then it's, again, we gotta take this angle of, as we're coming here, even if we had boost, right? We can't go to where the ball is, because that's not, you can't go to where the ball is right now. Where's my mouse? Holy. Alright, firstly. There we go. So we can't go to where the ball is right now, because that's not where it's going to be by the time we actually get there. So that's why we need to get inside the goal here and go and try to make the save somehow from this way. And that way, if we're also coming from inside the net like this, we're also pushing the ball outwards. Versus if we take the angle like this, we actually have the chance of the ball sneaking through us and we're actually playing it into the net, right? But if we are inside the goal and then come play out of it, there's no chance of you ever own goaling. So you're, you know, just not there, no boost. It's a rip, you know what I mean? Like, what do you, there's not much you can do there. Here we go. We're down 2. Time to be situational about this. Get the big boost. Great play, cutting it off in the midfield. And then great pressure. This is an amazing solo play. This is what we need, right? You know, that we're gold, we're plat. We're not expecting big things from this guy, and we kind of need him to whiff. We need them to make mistakes, and they do. You get a good touch out of the corner, and then the pursuit of the other blue defender is bad, and you are able to play it through. So, very, very clutch goal to make it within one with only 90 seconds left. Good kickoff so far. You know, we're getting back. Try to find little boost pads. Try to find those little boost pads. You know, your teammate has a great challenge, great 50 to equalize the game. So now it's your guys' game to win. You know, you come back down 3, time to win it. Good play, just very patient. That's what we want. Our corner's our friend. Nothing scary is going to come out of our corner, so we can really suck in the other side. Yeah, there's a good ceiling shot attempt. I like that you're playing deep, honestly, because I mean, there's nothing you're going to be able to do being upfield, especially when they go for a ceiling shot like that. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. So playing midfield and just having full boost is probably more important. Really unfortunate you got bumped. I mean, that's a good play from the blue side. Your teammate comes back in, though, keeps the pressure going. I like this play. This is a good timing on this challenge, right? But we should recognize that this ball is going to hit this wall and bounce out before we can get to it, right? So we should be playing the bounce. We should run up this way, and as this ball bounces out, that's when we hit it, and that's when we blast it off the corner, right? So, you know, just recognizing that ball's getting there way before us. We're never going to catch it before it touches the wall, and that's fine. Sometimes we can play it off the wall and still be faster. Good play from them. Somewhat risky trying to take a touch here, but I mean, it worked out. There's no blue defender there to actually shoot it. Reserve, trying to get a dribble. Does a fairly good job. And then, this looks like my mom actually played Rocket League for a long time with us, and we were doing the same thing, trying to help her improve. And she did this a lot, where it's a, you know, it doesn't get much easier than just driving into this ball and hitting it for the goal, right? But there's this thing where we overcorrect too much, right? Like you were already lined up beautifully. You basically didn't have to touch anything and drive into the ball, but we overcorrect too much, going side to side, and that can end up having us whiff. That just comes with being confident and not, you know, simplifying your gameplay. Don't have to go too crazy. Just driving straight sometimes is beneficial, the way to go. I like the aggressiveness. There's nothing wrong with it at this moment. It can be risky, but you have to accept those risks sometimes. Let's rotate to a better position, especially if we're in a weird spot, like we're facing this way. Let's just rotate around like this and get ourselves back into a good spot. And I want you to rotate like this, so we can get this little boost pad. There's another little boost pad over here, and then we rotate back around, right? It's all about making sure we're as efficient as possible trying to get boost pads. Should always try to be getting little boost pads if we're waiting. Nice. And then overtime. Okay. So last kickoff of the game. We have a very solid one. Our teammate plays it through. And oh, goal to win the game. Oh, that was a very short overtime. But so overall, I mean, it's gold 3, plat 1. So realistically, game sense wise, there's only so much we can do. You know, there's some small thing. There's a lot of small things like ensuring we're getting little boost pads at all times, making sure we're intentional about getting boosts, make sure we're intentional about we make the play, our play is done, time to rotate around, getting big boost pads, little boost pads, whatever it may be, and then circling around and being ready for the offensive or the defense, depending on what's happening. I think playing more is just going to be the big thing, right? And at the end of the day, if you can't play more, you can't play more. That's what it is. Play more free play, and all these things kind of work out themselves for the most part. But I think my biggest advice would be intentional about getting that boost. Always should be trying to get little boost pads. Always, always, always. If you like this replay and you found it helpful, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want your replay analyzed, head down to the description to my Discord. I have a link and then you can go to the coaching section and drop a replay in there, and I'll review it just like I did here for Who is Ruit. Thank you guys again so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.